Okay, guys, we are back, and you guys have just had a massive barroom brawl, and you've taken Agus and Jada back to the airship, and FC is still in the bar, reeling from his anger or dealing with his anger.
I'm thinking Dragon Ball Z style, just sitting there looking at my hands, and there's little pieces of flecks of dirt coming up around me, just a silhouette
People
around.
are giving you a white bird.
They have to.
My new body's not as fit as my old one.
As you're taking these two bodies in the dark, well, it's semi-lit because of those four large pillared lights. You see that they are slowly dropping the platform on what is happening. So you can get a quick glance in if you want to.
Absolutely.
And
if you look, I'll think it's you.
I'm just kind of walking that direction back to our airship and happen to be there.
You can see it closing. You see inside it is
on a natural 20.
In fact, there's a hole burning through down into the next level. So there is massive. You can smell an acrid smell of smoke coming out of there, but no one seems to have realised it yet as it slowly shuts.
Excellent. Well, that's good. The prices will rise in the morning.
And that's when the Numenera is supposed to appear.
Great.
You dump bodies on board. Is there anything else you want to do tonight? Do you want to wake her up, or she will
wake up by the time we're back, I think.
Possibly, but it's possible she's also got a nasty knock to the head, and she's not feeling that well either.
I think we might lock her and put her in a spare room and with a nicely appointed room and lock her in and make sure there's no accoutrement on. Like if she's got any lockpicks or anything, make sure that they're...
You search her
and check.
You do seem to have a vague memory of her.
Yeah. I love that it's this drunken night. You're like...
Drunk? I hadn't drunk.
Hang on.
So...
last time, which is why I can't remember.
Yeah. You dump Agus and...
But I recognise the sign, don't I?
You recognise the sign, not on that jacket, not on the leather coat, but you do recognise the symbol.
Right.
Yeah, before. You look her away, and you put Agus in his room, and he's snoring away, not pleasantly.
I do the whole massage of the feet.
I do the same massage.
The feet. Those of you who do judo, you know what I'm talking about. We've not seen that. When you get bashed, you lay them on their back, and then you massage their feet, and that brings them back.
And it's a great way to wake up after you've been hit in testicles.
You just like,
well,
why are you massaging my feet?
You want to be waking up after you've been in the test. You don't want to stay under.
Alright, you're massaging his feet.
Because in my head, that's exactly what I see.
What do you want to do?
With flourish.
What do you want to do in this situation? The others have gone.
I slowly walk out and I sit in the middle, just outside the ship. I just sit there and meditate, and just with blood just dripping from my arm as I'm just looking at it, and I'm looking up, and I'm
contemplating the mist above.
My hand's just shaking, and I'm looking at the mist and just trying to see symbols of what I'm meant to do. I'm just really struggling, and my hand's just like this, and blood's just pouring out.
Was this Numenera that Jade talking about? Was that on her? Was there any that transported large amounts of things?
This platform is that transports the large. Oh, the other things that she transports.
That she's got, yeah.
You see a couple of devices on her that you're not sure what they do. There's a couple of devices that could just be regular devices too, like a mirror.
I'll take them off just in case they can pick through walls and things.
Yeah, sure. Okay. You're standing at the smell of the acrid smoke coming up through little gaps in the platform is reaching you, and so you think probably that your work has successfully achieved something. The lights flicker while you're out there, and they seem to spark.
Because we did a really good job, is that what
you're
saying?
Really good
you
job.
Rolled a 20!
And you hear the sound of a siren begin. And the lights shift to red. I don't have a siren. I don't think.
Ship.
Or is this Sirenscape that doesn't have a siren? What does this do?
Don't be pointing out those things like that.
And
No.
Uncopyrightable material.
Battle Blaster,
gets
maybe?
No, it's all free.
None of those sounds are what you hear
What do you hear?
at all, in fact. Alright, so... don't worry about it, seriously, don't worry about it. The sirens start, the lights change to red and begin to flash, although they seem to be, well, you see it, they seem to be weakly flashing. Some seem to be out of time with the others. And if you guys want to head up onto the deck, or you see the light, you hear the sound and the lights through it all.
Yeah, I think it's probably a good idea. We are where we are, really.
Yeah, so you stand on the deck, or you
stand on the deck. Yeah. I'm looking at these devices I've taken off her and just sort of, looking at them,
contemplating them. The sound of the siren is so loud, and you see people are rushing all around you, pouring out of the glass dome of the ice and snow, and heading towards it. They look like you hear people going, "Not yet, we're not ready. What's going on?" They're all freaking out, and you see right in the middle of the platform, just reality itself splits apart, and a gigantic tear in the fabric of space opens up, and through it a purple violet kind of light shines through, and you see purple water pour through part of it, and a ship of some kind, seems to be floating just above the water itself, comes right through, right towards the airship, and you see it smash against the side, pinning the airship to one of the giant pillars, and it crashes onto the ground. The water knocks you flying, and you just caught up in this giant tidal wave, and you guys holding on to the side of this ship as this other this metal ship of some kind crashes into the side of yours. Through the rend in it, you can see, probably you guys can see better than Xe can, that there is a large silhouette of some kind of large monstrosity of tentacles and dark shapes that seems to blot out whatever strange sun is showing its source of light. And you see tentacles have caught up and ripped into the side of this ship, and the tentacles are on fire on these areas of the ship, and you see this creature moving through, and the tentacles pull off the ship as they seem to be burnt off coming through the rift itself. And this creature, tentacles go on one side of the rift itself and start to pull itself through, but it slams shut and the tentacles drop to the ground on fire as the whole rift itself shuts closed. Nathan, you are caught in this tidal wave of this purple water as it pours through. This whole ship is right on top of the platform itself, and it was hovering and it just drops to the ground now.
Is there
You are caught up in this, and you see above you the mist machine just disappears, and cold, frigid air blows through this area.
I look at him.
You don't look at me.
You are caught up in it.
You're outside. We're
inside.
inside.
Party,
Is
remember?
caught up in it.
Yeah, but do you know? Does my glass look at the creature? Does it look like one of the creatures from the shadows that I know?
It does look similar, yeah. Definitely that oily black kind of creature that you saw down the depths of Deep Mountain. And you are swept away. I'm going to get you to make
Swim roll.
probably a might roll, to be able to...
Thanks, Junior DM.
What diff, Johnny? What are you
What diff should we do, Johnny? I'm not sure.
It's probably a
Diff 20. Thanks, Johnny. Thanks, buddy.
Nathan character is swept along near the airship itself, so make a roll.
19.
Oh, yes.
I stand there.
You grab onto one of the dangling ropes of the airship itself, and you pull yourself quickly up onto the airship as you see people all around swamped by this water, and the air outside hits you. It's freezing cold, and you're already starting to shiver.
Right.
Just so you know, my arm has now got this. The purple seems to be penetrating through the wounds.
Yeah.
So it looks
ink,
like
ink.
Like my whole hand. It's like there's purple has gone underneath my flesh, and it's just floating around inside my arm.
Whoa.
That's great.
And I move it, and it's like it moves.
Areas of the glass dome are shatter with the force of the tidal waves through. Whole buildings are washed away, and there's a massive amount of water suddenly in a space that has never seen water. It's all ice and snow. And under the dome, the temperature's been kept stable. But you can imagine as the temperature drops, that there's going to be a lot of people freezing, and
Magran, you were a pirate.
Indeed.
Salvage.
Hero moment.
I start running towards this giant ship and claim
Can we just jump? Like it's against our ship, isn't it?
So it's against your ship. You can see that there are burnt tentacles attached and seem to burrow into sides of the ship, but already they seem to be turning not into ash but crisping up into shrinking.
Yeah.
So you could easily pull one across and climb in through.
Let's climb in.
next to it.
Yeah.
What kind of dick would that be, Johnny?
I don't think I need to roll.
Oh, like it.
Through here there is
I
water.
don't need to roll for that.
You can't get across without getting into the water at this stage. Obviously, the water will reside
Okay.
after a while, but or you can jump in right now into the water. But it's going to be very cold and wet very soon.
Yeah, I think we might. Is there a way that for us to get out, climb onto the airship, and then like climb on?
See if you can find a hole or something somewhere else.
Yeah,
along
without
this-
having
along
to
this
get
ship.
wet and cold.
Hang on, where's the water?
So the water has poured out from the rend in it.
Yeah.
So this vessel was either hovering just above the water or something when this tear opened
Yeah.
up and poured it through, and then something has deactivated and it seems to have dropped down onto the platform and blocked
But we're on the deck.
of the ship, which
Of
is pressed up,
the
sandwiched
airship.
against it. So you've
So
got a bit
can't
of
we
the
just
ship
go
itself.
from deck to deck?
You can.
Okay.
However, there isn't any openings on the top of the ship itself. It seems. It
Okay.
seems to be sealed all the way across. This isn't a literal ship. It seems to be some kind of sealed ship.
Okay.
It's a hover vessel of some kind.
We have experience.
The holes in it seem to be around the midsection of the ship where the
Right.
tentacles have
Okay. I
pierced
only
into
have
the side.
experience of trees, but
Yeah.
all right.
You are starting to get very cold.
Oh,
Is there any kind of wet suits that we can don and wade in with which we won't get wet with?
Not on the ship
the
because it's an airship.
But
Yeah.
there's ships. There's clothes for cold weather.
You've got
We
clothes
pack
of
them.
cold weather.
Yeah, let's put
yeah.
clothes-
I reckon
Cold
we
weather.
at least
Yeah.
put our woolens on.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you
'cause that'll
can
help
get
us
changed.
swim.
Wool next to the skin.
well, last time I was able to make my own clothes. Can I sit there?
You concentrate. However, the electricity on your arm seems to damage any attempt to be able to recreate that.
All right.
I get depressed and I just sit there.
I get depressed.
No, I would feel defeated. Like none of my powers are working. I'm just.
Well, your powers work spectacularly well
Yeah.
earlier,
But-
but you've never tried to recreate clothing since the start when you tried
Yeah.
initially. So
Okay, so I'll just.
you do have cold weather gear down
Yeah.
below though.
Yeah. I'll go put it on.
Would we grab it and look for him?
He climbed
He's
up
outside.
on deck.
Oh, is he on? Oh, probably get the cold water gear and give it to him.
Cool. Okay, you wrap him up and you start to get a little bit warmer. People are screaming and crying off in other areas, and the winds blow through very strongly. The water slowly starts to dissipate through here, and it probably comes up to your knees
Okay.
now.
Come.
So you could probably jump down.
Yeah.
Salvage operation. We
Okay.
need you, Exy.
Okay. To salvage we go.
You can see as you get closer that Hume is holding on to one edge of one of the tear holes in it, and he's completely soaking wet, shivering. But he must have been somewhere very close to where the tear happened when you guys appeared. And he's holding his beautiful robes are completely sodden and ruined with this purple water, and he's holding on, shivering as you draw closer.
I, Jacan Palostris, claim this ship as salvage. Have you made the claim? I don't believe you have.
This is our town.
My ship.
This is our town. It happens every year.
This happens every year.
It's not exactly this, but something comes through.
Then I claim this is my Numenera.
You can't do that.
Why not?
It's our town.
I go like this.
10% to move it, at least off the platform.
We'll give you 10%.
10% to move it.
Yeah, I think we'll give you 10%.
But you must move it, otherwise they will come.
Who are they?
The abhumans that wait out of outside the barrier.
What barrier?
You saw them as you flew the
Yeah,
fires
yeah.
outside.
The broken barrier?
Exactly. He looks up. We must quickly get this ship off there.
5?
So we can restart the machines.
5%?
5%.
I think we can do 5. Come on then.
Alright. How about we just give you some supplies? We might have a few.
We haven't enough supplies already.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go and see if my
We'll
airship
see.
flies.
Alright, so can we go inside and see if
One of these
we can
holes
get
that
it to
the
work?
tentacles
Yeah, so
are-
there's torn holes you can push against. These tentacles are shrunken with all the moisture that's coming
Do we
out.
have anything? Do you guys have any light stuff in there?
Oh.
Check your gear. You might even have a light of some kind.
I have
You have an explorer's pack.
an explorer's pack. I don't know if it has light.
Let's
in it.
assume that it has.
I've got some glow cubes.
Yeah, let's say it's got.
I go
a
like
glow
this.
cube.
I get gravity in my hand, and I start compressing the molecules together to start rubbing against each other,
Yeah, it works.
like I did last time.
Yeah, you've also got hedge magic, so
That's what I mean, hedge
Yeah,
magic.
yeah.
So I'm starting to
Yeah, you
gravity,
create-
like
use friction somehow.
friction.
Excellent. Sounds cool.
Not quite nuclear.
Yeah, I
But
have
it's-
glow. I think I have glow globes in my
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
explorer
you.
pack, don't I? We used them
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah, I've got glow.
So you
Glow
activate them and you step through this hole. The tentacle smells not so much like burnt flesh as it does like burnt trees.
I can I touch one of them
Yeah, you can touch it.
with my arm that has the. I just touch it. As I touch it, I lift it up and like it breaks off, and
A chunk of it, yeah, breaks off.
I just hold it.
Like charcoal.
Squid.
Colonised.
You saw it away, cool. As you pull off a chunk, you notice that beneath it, it seems to be leaking sap. Some kind of purple sap.
The,
Alright,
the-
I'm
the
going to
tentacle.
grab a vial of some kind and
Here,
get a couple
I
of
go
vials of purple sap.
I pick it up and put it in there for you.
Thank you.
As you pour it into the flask, as you move into your glass, it seems to be that the movement of this causes it to catch a light.
Ooh. All right, put that one down and get another one and move incredibly slow.
Cool. And you gently put it, yeah, and then cork it up.
Yeah.
Okay, you move into this
Writing
ship.
down purple sap.
Explosive.
I'll put it next to my two-headed cat fetus.
Where are we?
Most useful thing of the game. Don't mess with the guy with a two-headed cat fetus.
Yeah. Okay.
He'll what is it? Calligraphy all over you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here we go. Wow, no, I'm in the wrong section. Sorry, guys. Here we go.
I take out my
step
anguish
inside.
whip.
It's dark in here. The whole corridor here seems to be covered in some kind of in soot, and you can smell burning organic matter or whatever's caught on fire in here. And it seems to be that this whole area, it's like a blast, has gone through this passageway, so it's all covered, and small fires are still lit in certain areas. Which you got two directions you can go in. You can head towards the front of the ship itself.
And you can decide here.
I think we should probably head to where we would imagine the bridge
The
would be.
bridges. You walk along through this corridor, and the tentacle is still coming out through here, and you can follow it along as it heads towards that direction. As you walk past on the right-hand side, moving deeper into the ship, that one of the doors seems to have been rendered and pulled apart, and inside there seems to be a series of bunks that have seemed that whatever mattress or matter on it has been completely burnt to a cinder. You can explore in there if you want to and see what's inside, but you can keep going.
I think just look.
Yeah, you look inside, and there are images of strange humanoids in suggested poses plastered on some of the walls in here. There's probably a set of
isn't it?
probably a set of
Leisure vessel.
well, so imagine the kind of thing that a vessel would have of people that are lonely sailors on a long voyage might have stuck onto the side of their bunks. So these images move and shift.
Incredibly perfect material that's on for YouTube. Is that what you're saying?
Sorry?
Incredibly perfect and appropriate material that would be
You'll see a
for
picture of
YouTube.
it. So
Link in the description.
warning, viruses may occur. So you inside here they seem to be slightly singed, but they are still. You can take them if you want to. They'll be worth something.
I think
oddities or whatever.
Yeah.
Whole ship.
Yeah,
Plan.
that's the intention. To fly this thing.
So there are lockers.
Right, we can fly.
There are lockers in here. There's areas which probably held personal belongings, but they've been.
Is there any sign of life?
And there does seem to be two individuals in one of the corner in the fetal positions. And as you go towards them, you touch them and they just turn to ash.
Different dimension.
Okay, let's keep heading along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You walk through into large corridors which seem to have flickering magical images that go across the walls and that seem to show strange pictograms and runes and things like that, and sky maps and everything all across here. But all of it seems to be quite almost gibberish to you.
Right.
But you go through this passageway in towards where the front of the vessel is. And the front itself doesn't have any glass window or anything like. There's no way for it to see, but there is a chair sitting in the middle of the room, and this large sphere of a room, and there are dimples of domes all over this area. Just the whole room seems to be covered in these domes, these glass domes all over there. Soot covers it all, and there is a figure sitting in the chair, completely ash. Just a solid statue, like a statue of ash.
Is he human?
Well, you go over towards it, and it's humanoid, definitely. One of the tentacles seems to have pierced through the door into this area, and it sits there as well, still crumpled and broken. And on this guy's head, there looks like there was once some kind of crown that sat on there. And as you go near him, the wind itself just is enough to let the ash just drop to the ground. The crown drops to the ground next to him. Or her.
That'd be worth something.
Is he gonna do it?
Yeah, I reckon.
I've always wanted to do royalty.
Oh yeah!
Ash.
Alright, so you guys. You place it onto your head and you feel it crinkling as it shifts and adjusts its own size to fit your head size. And you hear a kind of a babbling sound inside your head, and you hear a system malfunctions. Your system malfunction. Do you wish to start system restart?
Yes.
It's a great plan.
The globes flicker across, just certain globes all around it seem to just flicker.
Blue screen.
And
Yeah. With a little blinking cursor.
Would you like to start and say that?
blue screen of death.
Would you like
I
to start and save?
I unleash my special attack of expletive explosion.
I've run into this enemy before.
These domes, as they flicker into life, you see what looks like planets seem to appear. And others show images of what looks to be strange coloured worlds, and others that look similar to places that you've been, in the sense of blue sky and green grass. And each one just seems to show a different image all across it. But most of the images seem to be of almost like, your characters probably wouldn't know, but of planets all across there. System authorization not recognized.
I go forward, stand behind him.
Looming.
Can you control this?
It would seem not.
I would gather that.
It meant begin repairs.
Unable to begin repairs. Engine room damaged. Recommend restarting engines.
Restart engines.
Unable to comply. Manual restart required.
Please give manual restart instructions.
Please follow the line. And a flickering light, because a lot of it's damaged, covered in soot. You can see a flickering light follows out of another doorway down the other side of the ship.
Let's do it.
I was wrong. Yes, I can.
You head down there, and as you walk past the tentacle, you see that there are small vines growing out of it,
Vines as in small tentacles, or vines
like
as in...
almost like tendrils at this stage. Yeah.
That could easily burst into flame.
Probably not good, really.
No.
Wouldn't it be good if we had like something that could? It might even be alive. That could eat through stuff like this. If we ran into
Trouble is
a
we couldn't stop it.
You walk out through the door, and you hear the sound of some movement coming from down the corridor you just came from. You can keep going down this way, or you can investigate.
Do you still have? Are you still in contact with it?
Is this the line?
You're following the line, yeah. Well, it's
No,
up.
I say out loud. Is this the line?
Correct.
Who are they fighting? We say as they walk down.
But what about the noise behind us?
So it's coming down, probably near the crew compartment, that direction.
Oh, okay, so we
You
don't
can
head
sense
towards... Okay.
So you're heading the other direction. So the ship, you came in this side, and the ship heads up into the large bridge, and then it goes down the other side, which is the line you're following. So the crew compartment and whatever other things sit in the middle of these two corridors.
Do you want to go towards the noise and I'll follow the light?
I
We should all follow the light.
All follow the light?
Ask this
That would be a
creep.
great idea rather than
Ask
splitting the
this-
party.
Oh, come on! It was like begging for we split the party was.
Ask the computer what was the creature it was battling.
What was the creature you were battling?
You're like, you know in Star Trek, how to have the girl.
Yes,
And
I'm
all he
Your
does.
Uhura, whatever it is.
Yeah, Uhura. It was like
Uhura,
computer. No, what was the Star Trek rip-off movie that they did?
Galaxy Quest.
Galaxy
Galaxy
Quest.
Quest.
The girl's like, all she does is repeat the computer.
Yeah. Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, it's like you're praising me right
Creature verified as Rakshath.
now. Rakshath.
That name sort of rings a little bit of a bell.
Got a mini one of those coming in my bones.
Rakshath.
That name means something to me.
What?
What does that name mean to me?
Just rings a bell.
Okay. Keep following the light.
You keep following the line. Excellent.
I look behind us.
Yeah, you don't see anything. Well, you see the tendrils slowly starting to come out of this tentacle.
Can I burn them as I go past?
Burn them with
The flame that I'm creating with pure friction? Pure friction?
Affliction.
pure affliction.
Affliction.
Affliction!
You can burn some, but there's just too many to burn them consistently.
So what you're saying is that it's a story element and I can't...
You can try. You can just take your time and
Yeah,
slowly
right.
learn as you go. Yeah. About a couple of hours later, it's just, I'm saying these tentacles are like yay thick,
Yep.
and they run the length of this corridor.
Plunder. We need to plunder.
You keep walking through and head towards the engine room itself, and your amulet starts to feel warm.
I look at him, I go, they're here.
Again.
It would seem so.
Yes, we are. You start towards the engine room.
The
This
same
is
thing
where the
that happened when
tentacle
I-
seems to have gone through into here. The door itself has been pulled off again in this area, and you are about 10 meters away from it here. This is amazing. And you hear Jada's voice behind you.
Jada, how'd she get out?
She's got a really big egg. Instead of a head. But she looks around the area.
So she's in the engine room.
No, you're about 10 minutes from the engine room, so she must have been maybe the sound that came up from
Oh, okay. Who's she talking to?
to you.
To
Well,
me.
to the air.
To the air.
This is amazing.
To the group.
My ship is, although I doubt it will be mine for long. And I point at the
I agree.
tentacles.
She doesn't point at the tentacle.
She doesn't point at the tentacles.
I agree.
I'm going to whip out her to Numenera that I took off her. Which way does she look?
Oh. Looks to the one in your right hand,
Okay, cool.
which is a mirror.
Right. Is there any like button or anything on it?
No, not that you can see.
Okay.
It's probably voice activated.
Pretend to drop it.
But as you look into the mirror,
Yeah.
you see that the background, that your face is there, but the background behind it is not the background of the ship, but it seems to be of a starry street, like a street with stars
Yep,
behind
yep.
it, and it looks like a street you'd find in the world.
Okay.
Perhaps that belongs to me.
Perhaps it did.
Nice. It's like a battle of...
How about we work together?
Or I'll kick you in the balls.
Hilarious.
I'm willing to make a deal with you. You need help transporting Numenera. I'll help you. I have contacts amongst many of the cities.
I'm sure we could make our own contacts, could we not, gentlemen?
Probably, yeah.
What we need to do is fix these engines.
Engines?
Yes.
What are engines?
This.
This thing told me.
Engine. I'm a hoorah.
I say what the computer says.
I'm just onomatopoeically repeating it. Engine.
This has no feelings. I just say words. Yeah, you gesture, do you?
Yeah, towards
Yeah,
the
to the
where
engine.
the line is taking us.
She goes to walk past you.
Towards.
Towards it to see
Like-
where you're gonna walk with her, or just gonna let her walk?
I think we'll walk.
Yeah, we were already walking there.
Yeah, cool. So she leads the way then, and she walks through and stops at the edge of the door, and as you get to the door, you see that there is some kind of strange creature with a pale face. The rest of its body seems to be made of darkness. The face though seems incredibly sad, almost human in its shape, and around it is a tentacle slowly winding its way around this entity. The entity sits within its own dome, where wisps of the blackness of it seem to pour off into small funnels attached to all around the actual dome itself. And this creature, it seems to have a mouth on the tentacles itself open up, and it seems to suck some of these wisps into it.
Where are the funnels leading?
The funnels seem to lead into the engine itself, the machine
Ooh.
itself. So whatever this thing is, it's drawing something from this black and white creature that is being slowly
So the tentacle-
strangled, and the tentacles have mouths that absorb
Okay.
the energy
So we need to do
from it. You feel a deep kinship with it,
the creature.
with the creature,
Not with this entity.
not with the tentacles so much.
I immediately just push forward. I just
knocked Jada out of the way.
I just hover and I just start to fly like a meter off the ground. Like I leap and just straight towards it, and just pull out my gravity awesome hand and just hit the tentacle.
You dive towards the tentacle. As you move into this engine room, moving towards this tentacle, you can see others around these tentacles come to life, and they start to shift and move around towards you. Some of them seem to be trying to block you out, but many are trying to attack you.
Cool.
And drawing towards you.
I'm
So
going-
you
I'm
attack
going-
the first one. Let's have some music. I don't know what kind of music I want to do.
Bugbear battle.
Bugbear battle begins.
That's me.
That's a bizarre tentacle battle.
Alright, just make sure you turn the swords on.
Oh, 10 swords off, but there are swords in this.
Oh,
Yeah, I got a sword.
Alright, you bring out your power, you draw in your gravity, and you pour it towards this tentacle holding this creature.
And I haven't had any time to rest, have I?
No, but you can take a moment. Actually, I'll say you Harris, you're going to make a d6 roll and to be able to...
I remember I was outside meditating.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. 6. Oh,
Oh,
nice. Yeah, everyone
Plus
goes
3.
to. Next time you have to, you're going to have to rest for 10 minutes. Man, what are you good at, David? Wow.
Boom!
Can he have some of mine? Because I didn't need it all.
No, it's not really how it works.
Okay, so
He
I pull out my sword because I can't do any intellect damage anymore.
Oh,
No,
yes, you can.
no,
You
I
just
can't.
gotta put effort into it.
I can. I had no effort. Alright, so I onslaught the first tank.
So you pour gravity
I was
towards
going to
the
say
same
testicle.
to
That's
try and
tentacle.
snatch his testicle.
Squash it like Jada's kick on Adrian's
God!
testicle.
It smashes into, let's see it. So I'm going to withdraw the difficulty. So this creature seems quite powerful. So just letting you know, if you want to try and alter your roll, I will tell you that it's 16 or fail in this section. Okay.
Oh, boom!
It tears into it. What happens as your energy tears into this tentacle that's holding this creature?
Gravity just goes like this. One of the tentacles just goes like this, as if it's moving freely in the air, and then just goes boom, and then half of it's as if it's trying to grab onto the creature to hold itself up. As it just gets pushed to the ground, as goo starts coming out the
And
sides.
it catches fire. As soon as it tears into it, you see fire pouring from the sack of its wound.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still flying towards that fire, so
Yeah, you're tearing your way through it. Let's make initiative rolls.
Ooh, another 18. 10.
10, 18,
Great.
3. Okay, cool. Would you like to make a roll for Jada?
glad you picked him.
Alright, so Nathan, you get your first attack on it,
Yep.
and then it is going to have a go, and then you guys are going to go after that.
I have enough to onslaught with an effort, so I can effort on damage.
Go. So effort's going to cost you?
Yeah, I know. I've got 7.
Cool, okay.
7 points.
Oh,
so
you're fine.
and I've got
Fine.
2 edge, so I can.
Yeah, you
It's
can
only
absorb
going to
at
cost
least
me
1.
1.
Yeah.
So
You could do
So on
the same
damage,
time.
is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Cool. Go for it.
8.
Oh, yeah, it twists and shifts out of the way as your gravity power hits
Oh.
towards it. Alright, you see one of its tentacles goes towards, well, actually goes towards each of you. There seems to be
Okay.
one enough for each of you. So if you'd each like to make a roll as one tries to wrap itself around you.
4.
One wraps around you, Murray, and draws you up upside down.
Okay.
So you're dangling upside down in this moment. What did you get?
15.
15, you managed to move out of the way of the creature. And
4.
4, you used your mic, did you, to block it?
My defense.
Yes, I thought so. And
Sorry,
4,
I didn't say it.
yours smashes into you, Nathan, and starts to pull at your
'Cause I'm
chain
floating.
around your neck.
Oh my god. Yeah.
It seems to ignore you completely and only go for what's
That's
around your neck.
Okay.
Alright,
I'm going to.
I'm going
you're
to
taking
die.
upside down, so I'm going to give you a +1 to big difficulty.
Yep, easy.
because of it.
I'm going to swing and pull out the vial of purple and smash it onto this
And another tentacle grows out of it.
tentacle.
So the button over onto the tentacle.
Yeah, I'm going to try and burn it itself.
Yeah, cool, okay. Yes.
So,
This is gonna go so wrong.
yeah. And then I'm going to flip as I land, slightly singed in my wet weather clothing, and then I'll be fine.
Cool, cool.
Sure.
Alright, so
I'm
make
gonna
a
use
roll. So you're throwing it, so let's say it's a speed.
Speed, so I'll use some effort.
Yep.
And then my edge, so let's say 15.
So you're using it to be accurate? Yep.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Go for it. No, not enough.
Mm.
You see it flies against the wall. However, it doesn't break.
Okay.
It just drops to the ground. But there's enough here to collect anyway.
Yeah, true.
Excellent. So you've got to go. Yep. So it's
Yeah,
Johnny.
It's me, yeah.
Jada's go next.
Oh, JD, yeah.
Jada is. Well, she didn't roll to see what happened to her, did we? So she of the tentacle whether it got hurt. So do you want to make a roll for Jada? She ducks and weaves under it, and you see she is heading towards a series of boxes off to one side, which seems to be just standard compartments, storage compartments.
Mm-hmm.
And she's ignoring the tentacle completely.
Having
Plundering.
successfully
Yeah.
Well, these things are distracted by you guys. All right. It would be.
Johnny.
Go for it, Johnny.
So I've got my maybe I'll use my Verid.
Do you have
You pull
skill?
out your-
Do you have skill gardening?
Double-edged,
Yeah, so it's a
double-bladed sword, so it goes up.
Oh, it's gonna kick ass.
That's why I
Slide
figured daggers.
it.
No, we've got to attack things this big.
Awesome. You strike out with it. Are you going to do anything special?
I'll use bash, which I think cover more bash.
I imagine it's just an overhand stroke. It does a +1.
Yeah.
Cool. You bring it down on this
and
creature.
maybe I use. Can I burn effort to get more damage?
Yeah, you absolutely can. Alright. You bring the sword down double-handed and and it strikes into the creature, and you see your blade comes out in flame through the other side as a tentacle drops. This whole thing spurts fire across the ground.
And is the creature in the middle less?
Yeah, you see it writhing, and the mouth stops.
Okay.
Stops breathing in whatever it is that comes off this entity in the middle. Almost like a spirit creature, if you can imagine that. Awesome. It is your go.
I immediately, first reaction is to push the tentacle away from me because it's around my neck. I just go.
It's around like this.
Yeah. So. Oh no! Just go for it. Get the blade. And just
Okay, cool.
So that's might, right?
It is.
I've
Or
got
speed, whichever one you wish.
speed.
It can be a delicate slice aiming at a vital part, or it could be a sheer blunt force.
No,
kind of.
speed, and I'm using double effort for damage. So.
Whoa, okay, make sure you mark that. Yep.
6 for your speed.
Yeah, because you don't have much
any
any edge.
edges, do you?
Why? You're not gonna be able to sustain this. Takes a lot of effort to do. Obviously.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, go for it. Make a roll. Oh no! It goes wide, and you feel that
It goes
you feel
wide.
you feel the amulets start to rise over your chin.
Okay.
It's their turn.
And it's their turn. So yours is taken care of. Is that right? Yeah, you cut through yours. So Murray and Nathan, do you guys, as it's got here, it's going to bash you against the
No.
side of the wall.
I'm going to try and use my speed to dodge.
So you're going to twist out of the way to see if you
Yep.
can.
Oh, it's might. Yep.
Yep. Okay.
So take 3 off, yeah. Alright.
Using your effort to do it.
For might, yep.
Okay. Yeah. That's the difficulty. And yeah, you manage to twist out of the way, and the tentacle absorbs the damage across it all. What are you going to do? As what it's doing is it's pulling.
Yeah, the necklace
The
off.
necklace,
I am aware. I'm just going to
Try and
just
twist
keep-
your body to keep it
Yeah.
in place.
because I'm hovering at the time, so I'm
Yeah.
just going to grab onto the.
You're trying to wrestle with. Alright, I'll say it's a might because it's sheer force to try and keep this thing in place.
Yeah. 16.
And yeah, you manage to hold yourself in place. The necklace drops down back around your neck, but it's got a firm grasp on it.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you've had a go,
Me.
and now it's Murray's
I'm
go.
going to take my javelin and stab it into this. And I'm going to use some speed.
Yeah, cool.
So,
Don't you wish you had another source of intellect damage?
yeah,
He
I'm going
says
to pierce it with my javelin, right?
Yeah, nice. Yes.
Yeah.
And it penetrates into it, and you see the
4 more
tentacle
damage.
drops you to the ground. So you take 1 might damage as you drop.
Okay.
Actually, no. If you want to make a speed roll to see if you can get out of it without
Yep.
slamming into your head. If you have acrobatics or anything like that, you can.
Esoterics. No. Speed
Okay.
defense tasks, is that?
Yeah, let's say that
Speed
is it.
defense?
Okay,
Okay,
so
cool.
we'll drop the diff.
Okay.
So I'll say diff 6.
Easy
Yes,
land.
you
Let's-
land.
So I basically land it and I do the split that I got wrong last night perfectly.
Alright, I'm going to drop the difficulty of 1 by the next
There's a little
roll.
bit of there's a little bit of elastic
And
in
you
the
see
players
it.
now.
You see it.
Oh yeah, we see
plus
it.
1.
So we get plus
Alright, so difficulty 1 less for you next turn.
Okay.
As you fall in the perfect position.
Yep.
You're pretty close to this creature now.
So there's 1 more.
There's
This is the main tentacle.
There's a main tentacle here right at this moment,
which is what I'm going to have.
which is you run forward,
Yeah.
fire all around you. It's actually getting quite stifling here.
Yeah, that's okay.
As this thing is like sending spurts of sap or whatever it is,
And
blood
fire
and
kind of
fire just
catching
pouring out everywhere.
And I'm just gonna double-handed just hack at the main.
Alright, I'm going to get you to make a speed roll first to dodge through all the fire as it's all around you, and then you can attack.
I don't really want to. I think I'll use my effort on my speed roll.
Is Jada still heading towards these boxes?
Yeah, so she's kind of out of the way of everything. So,
I am so unimpressed with
10.
yeah.
Plus 1, plus 1.
Plus 11. Yeah, it doesn't quite work.
Yeah,
No, it's not enough, and you feel the flames burn around your feet, which it takes 4 points of damage for you, so down to 1 point of damage.
Wow.
1 point of damage.
Alright, it is...
I'm first. If we're going back.
Yeah,
to
it's
the
your go.
Alright.
Alright, so you've got this thing, you're holding on to it, it's managed to drop the amulet back down, it's got a firm grasp on it.
I'm just going to onslaught on it.
You
It's
explode through it. Yeah.
just gravity. My hands, I'm holding onto it, so I'm just going to gravity and just.
Okay, cool. This could not backfire at all if you roll badly.
No, not at all.
Excellent.
Reroll.
This is where rerolls are really good.
Well,
Hang on, before you do, I am going to say that there is a good chance that you might fall back into the fire, but I will give you 2 experience points if you want to, as a GM intrusion. So you can give one of those points to one of these guys if you want to, and give me a reason why. But I'm giving you repercussions for once you do the onslaught.
Okay.
That if you break free, there's a good chance you're going to fall into the fire.
Yep, that's fine.
Do you want to do that?
Yes.
Alright, do you want to record, and who do you want to give the experience to? You can just do 50.
Yeah,
No, you gotta
who's
give
going to
me-
high
no,
five?
you gotta
Who's
give
going to
me a
high five me? Done.
Okay, that was great. Usually it's like because they're going to crack a good joke or something, but that's cool. High fives are also acceptable here at this table.
Thank you.
Alright, so, yeah.
Sorry, Dad.
Okay, there is a fire burning behind you.
And I'm putting effort.
Into which the accuracy or the
I
damage.
don't have enough effort to put effort.
You are exhausted.
I'm shocked because don't you love battle into battle?
You jumped straight into hand to hand. You're a combat character that takes a distance thing.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to just onslaught.
Go for it.
Yeah.
You're sending it like this, explodes into you, and it is not
7.
enough. Oh wait, did you accuracy or
No, I
no?
didn't.
Not enough. And your hands penetrate into this, and they explode into glancing across this creature. Sap begins to well up on where you hit it, but not enough to do any damage. Just enough to let sap through.
But I got an experience point out of it. So.
You did.
So did I. I am going to, like back in the day, so I've got my javelin, I'm basically going to thrust it and then catch it at the end with one hand so that it...
Just before you do, I was just thinking it's go before.
Oh, it is. Yeah,
Sorry, I just had a thought. So, it's let go of you.
I killed it.
You killed your one. No, I think you damaged it.
Did I?
but
Oh, I
it's
thought
not-
it burst. No, okay.
No, it's leaking somewhere
okay.
everywhere, but it isn't fully out of the count. It is going to. What it does is it clenches up and then explodes, and you see seed pods go flying across the room in a shower of these things. And as they hit the air, you see them catch fire, and they're coming towards you. So if you'd like to make,
I'm going to dodge as well with my speed defense.
go for it. You twist and around and through the air as they fly through.
Yep.
Go for it, make a roll. Oh, you are just like
Matrix.
you're in Matrix.
Combat
Yeah,
rolling.
you just tap them aside.
Yeah,
One
yes.
goes flying and hits Jada in the back of the head.
I was
going to
trying to take something out of her, yes.
Yeah, and then the creature, you see,
Mashing eggs.
you see, it seems to shrivel as if its energy is expended and drops withered to the ground. But the whole area is covered
And these
in
are burning
these
seed pods.
which, Johnny, which come in towards you and are firing towards you. So if you'd like to see if you can dodge or you can take it on your armor,
Yeah, I'm gonna take it on my armor.
go for it, make a
So
roll.
I'll use my might defense.
Brilliant.
Whoa. And you take 4
Plus
points.
one, remember?
No, not enough. So 4 points of damage and
Plus
you
one,
said
isn't
extra damage.
Yeah.
Not with the
And
3
you,
point system, yeah.
your jacket is on fire.
You want
It's
plus
got some
two,
of the
yeah.
sap on it.
Yeah, plus 3.
Can I kind of?
You can start,
Plus
yeah,
seven,
you gotta, yeah. Nathan's, yours,
I'm
you're
like,
not near,
yeah, I'm in
so
front of them everywhere.
it is pulling off the amulet. So if you'd like to make a speed defense roll to see if you can get it.
Yep, already used effort already, so I can't.
Oh,
that's it.
you are holding on. You are not letting go of his amulet, which is kind of your life. So
Yeah.
losing it is probably quite
Can
bad.
if I threw it at the beam in the middle, could I essentially swap and maybe take over that beam?
I can't. I have no additional information. It's up to you what you want to do. You
Okay.
do see a mouth starting to open near the amulet.
On the tentacle.
On the tentacle, yeah.
No.
Alright. What are you going to do? You grab your javelin.
How far
this
away
thing
is
is
he?
shriveled up.
Yeah, how far away is he from me?
He is not far. He is within a quick run across the room.
Quick run? Not,
Like you
not...
could run and do an action. Dun, dun, dun.
I'm going to skitter,
Oh, skitter. That's a
Skitter.
That's a new move.
and I'm going to throw my javelin at the withering tentacle in the middle, and I'm going to try and, with my
So sorry,
rapier.
that with the tentacle is the one that was wrapped around you, and it is gone.
Oh no,
it's dropped
what's the one?
the one that is wrapped around this creature in the centre
Yeah.
seems is whole. No one's actually touched it yet.
I'm gonna throw my javelin at that,
Cool. Okay.
and then at the same time stab my rapier into the tentacle.
So this is where Johnny's character works really well.
Oh.
He's a 2-weapon, so you can do 2 things. So you can do 1 action, I'm afraid. Yeah.
All right, well I'll skitter and throw, and then I'll be close.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So you send it flying through the air.
Yep, and I'm going to use effort for accuracy. That's my sound as I do it.
Awesome.
And I'm getting a -1 on the diff. Was that last time? That was last time.
No, that's this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and yep, I'll use an effort. So
Go for it.
Oh!
20.
Headshot.
It slices.
it's basically its mouth's opening to try and get the sucks in the.
It goes, I like that. It goes into its mouth and pins it against the wall on the far side. So it's released this other creature, and it's pinned against the wall. You see part of it. The tentacle isn't long enough on this side to do much from this angle,
Right.
and it is there. But your javelin is starting to catch fire.
Okay. Is the engine repaired?
Well, it's Johnny's your go, and then we'll reset the
Okay.
tank.
So how many tentacles are still
So
in action?
My one was killing
that's
me.
actually the only one that's
And the other one's
yeah.
pinned to the wall.
Yeah.
And how close am I to...
You could get to a quick run
Alright.
because he's hovering.
I think I might have to cut him loose.
Cut the tentacle.
I think I'm just gonna. I'm gonna go.
Where is... Like, because the tentacle's coming from somewhere.
Yeah, so
And
it's
then wrapping
piercing up through a hole in the floor itself. Yeah. So these things are piercing.
Okay, so I'm
areas.
going to try and hack it off at the...
Oh yeah,
at
cool,
the
cool.
source. So I'm not hacking at his neck. I'm hacking at the floor where it's coming up.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
Now
what
I'm
am I
going to get you to make a speed roll because you're running across the floor where all this fire is. So
Just do it.
Yeah. All right. Use an effort on my.
No, you don't have to use an effort. Just run through it.
No.
I believe in you.
No. I used an effort last time and failed, so I'm going to use an effort again.
oh,
That
nice!
succeeded.
You
Alright.
dance nimbly through
And
it.
a pass.
Drop
You
the difficulty
skitter.
down.
I skitter.
You skitter across
And then
weaving
I'm
through the
going to
fire.
bash.
Yeah.
Use my bash.
I'll drop the diff. Oh.
Reroll.
Oh yeah, reroll. Do you want to reroll? Do you want to use your reroll?
It doesn't. I don't think you need to.
Yeah, use my reroll. Use my reroll.
Give
you my reroll.
Look how nice is
Oh,
that? Because you've got an experience point that you got given,
Yeah.
so you got a free one. There you go. How nice is that?
Oh, that was a lovely moment.
Ah.
Alright, let's do it.
I heart experience points.
Oh, you rolled a 3 again! Johnny, do you want to use Nathan if he's nice enough?
No, I'll use my own.
Okay.
Let's try 4 rolls to get a 3. No.
I don't even know what the diff is.
+1 because you saw me do the
Oh,
amazing
and mine is
thing.
because of because I gave it to you from the
Yeah,
weaving
yeah.
through it. You hit, you slide, and you cut through it, and the
Excellent.
tentacle.
There's nothing more valuable in the game than
No,
we just
you-
go 1, 2,
Yeah.
3.
you drop to the ground. This tentacle is already lifeless and it's twitching, and the amulet is released.
I have an idea.
The creature. Oh, so we'll reset the round. So the creature has dropped to the ground. It seems almost shapeless or formless, almost transparent to spirit-like in a sense, and it slowly gathers itself and moves back into position around where all the funnels are, and it hovers there. It seems you feel a sense of connection, a warmth go when it meets your eyes. Well, actually, it doesn't meet your eyes. It looks down at your amulet.
And I go like this. I'm on the ground. I'm like literally very low on everything. And
You're
like,
exhausted.
I'm 5 might. I'm 5 speed, and I'm 3
Oh
intellect
my
at the
goodness.
moment.
Oh, you're a mess.
I'm
need
messed
some
up.
recovery rolls.
If I go along and just with my last thing, if I go along and get the amulet and throw it to him,
Or can you just go?
does that seem?
Why do you have to throw
Yeah,
it?
no. I get
I'm
up.
not going to give you anything. If you want to do something,
Yeah.
you do it.
I get the amulet, and then I look at these guys and I'm like, trust me. And I go get the amulet and I go like that, and then
You drop to the ground.
Fall
Yeah,
to the
your
ground.
lifeless body drops to well, not lifeless because it still remains alive, but you lost your consciousness and you drop to the ground. You we'll start with what it looks like.
Okay.
The whole energy of this creature just seems to become energized, and you see its form doubles in size, and the whole room starts to shake as this it seems like an engine has started up. The wisps are drawn off into it, and lights begin to turn on all across the entire complex. Are you starting?
We got
That's
started.
why I said are the engines
System,
repeating.
system activated.
Excellent.
What you see is these two,
Looking at me.
and you have a whole sense of the entire ship. In fact, the voice that is heard is actually
Now change to.
now changed to Nathan's voice.
System repair. Arsehole.
By
That's
the way,
alright,
you're
bud. Can you get this thing going?
Give me a sec.
What's Jada?
So you and you see Jada standing there. She's found something in the box. Now, what she's found will be a percentile roll to work out what kind of item she's got. Would someone like to volunteer?
I volunteer.
And I shall find the area with the ciphers in it. And
50.
let's find out what 50 is.
Or 86.
She's pointing it at me.
I
You're
control the
busy
ship.
controlling the
Yeah.
ship.
So what does the security system say? Automated security.
Yeah.
Attack.
Boom!
Attack the ball buster.
Alright. Can someone roll a d6 for me to work out the level?
Uh-oh. Sorry, John, I jumped at that.
That's alright.
What she has in her hands is some kind of weird screw-like device, and
She had Doctor Who's screwdriver.
and it's sort of something she has to hold. It's quite bulky, and it has a massive screw on it, and she fires it towards you.
All right.
So
Yeah.
Have I got time to pull the mirror up?
if you use an experience point,
I will
let's say
use
if you
it.
use an experience
I'll
point.
use an
you can
experience
do
point.
it.
Yeah, I'll use an
Alright.
experience point.
Alright,
Absolutely.
so I
was
see
about
it's
to
still a
give you
roll.
mine,
See
but-
if you can put this in front of it in the right angle
I didn't
for
use
whatever it
it,
is.
I used mine.
But you hear a and it fires out towards you with its magnetic attack drill. And and it heads towards the mirror. I'm going to get you to make a roll. It's only diff 6.
Okay.
So to see if you can put this thing right in front of it. Oh!
Yeah.
You see it absorbs straight into the mirror. It just disappears
And then there's
within.
people screaming in the mirror.
You're not sure. The mirror doesn't crack.
Okay.
But, yeah, and it goes straight in. She looks at it. She glares at you, and she ducks down to rummage back into the... Yeah.
Throw the mirror at her.
Alright, so her back is to you? Or
Yeah.
Alright, make a roll. Make a roll.
Yeah.
Woo! 18.
Oh. It hits her, but it doesn't hit her. It lands on the top of her head, and she's gone. She just disappears
And then
The
inside.
mirror's
mirror
there.
is still there.
And the mirror is still there. And you can see as you turn it,
Yeah.
you see her in the background looking around. And then she looks over towards where you are, but her eyes can't find you because there is nothing on the other side of that. It's a one-way
I
trip.
whisper into the mirror. My secret is safe. Put the
Smash.
mirror away.
No, keep the mirror.
Yeah, keep the mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah, smashing the mirror.
You have yourselves a ship, and as you head into the area, you can see that that you know that the systems are
Can I be honest? I know where all the damage
the
is.
systems are still quite damaged from all this attack. So you are unable to open portals, but you are able to create an ability of hovering, and you will eventually be able to fix it probably with a bit of help from some people, and also with your knowledge now of the machine itself.
And I've also got the nanos as well. Because I'm a nano myself, I understand nanotechnology. So I'm now controlling the ship's... I'm guessing the ship has a defense,
Yeah.
like a defense kind of repair system. So because I'm boosting the repair system, I'm just like...
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, hey, dickhead.
That would be the Numenera equivalent of that.
Yes.
Ball buster.
Ball buster. That's me.
Yeah.
I busted the ball buster.
You did well.
The So the ship itself is going to take some repairs.
Did the weapon?
Are the
stay
tendrils-
behind, or did it go with her?
The weapon is a one-shot weapon. So
Are the tendrils?
It's a cypher.
But there's all the
Yeah.
boxes and everything else. Are the tendrils still coming
So
out?
most of the tendrils seem to be. The main tendril here seems to, once you took it out, took out the rest of them.
Okay.
So they are all destroyed now.
I go.
So the ship itself is now under your control.
It's hovering.
And
No, it's under
hovering.
my control.
It is if you want to begin to hover.
Yeah, I just go self-destruct. 5, 4,
So what do
3, 2.
What do you want to do?
You're going. You just collapsed.
I know.
you
Set
would
the
go
self-destruct.
too
I'm not an idiot.
All right, you've got yourself a ship. What do you want to do with it from here? Do you want to take off and see if we can get this shield back working, or
Airship 2.
Yeah, I think. Well, we're hovercraft 1, aren't we?
What's the freaking thing?
you can see outside through one of the domes
Think I want-
that the ship is now hovering.
Thunder.
People are gathering around the ship. You can see the airship next to it. Looks like it's taken a bit of damage, so it doesn't look fully flight worthy. Yeah, it'll probably take some repairs to be able to really get it to work.
Maybe
A lot of the
it's
ropes.
How?
Well, it's peripheral damage. It's
And
ropes.
he's going to make a lot of money off his cargo.
Yeah. Do you want to take off and just
Yeah,
just get out
let's
of
go.
it?
I think
No,
so.
can I do a scan and just go and just scan and see, just put up maybe an image in the room of the scan of the area and how many people are coming in, and if it's
You see through the domes, you can see that there are abhumans moving in towards the area. But as you bring your ship up higher, it seems to be that the machines slowly start to flicker back to life.
Okay. I think we're going to hover near towards where the abhumans are and make a deal with the abhumans.
What kind of a deal?
Mirror.
just going like this, just like, I am now your chief.
You breach the mist, or you head out through the mist itself, and you can't go too high at the moment, but it's probably about 10 meters.
Okay.
And you fly out of there. You can off to do a deal with the abhumans.
Abhuman
Maybe we'll
deal.
leave that there.
Yeah.
And you guys head off into the now rising sunrise.
I'm now the ship. I like that.
Done. Well done, guys. Good job.
Beautiful, John.
Craziness. Thanks, guys.
Woohoo!
See ya.
See you later. Thanks for watching.
If you made it through this,
Like.
Monty, hi. He's your biggest fan.
I like your Numenera, and hopefully you're strange. The strange.
The strange.
Yeah, it'll be good. See you guys.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.